students, welcome to EduVision, and today we are going to study about discovering Tut. The saga continues. It's a story about the last pharaoh of the pharaoh dynasty, Tutankhamun. It's a story when the casket of Tutankhamun discovered and what happened, what the incident happened after that. The story is written by A.R. Williams. A.R. Williams is a contemporary poet from Virginia, also known for his vivid imagery and heartfelt reflections on nature, memory, and everyday life. Williams' poems blend clear and simple language, rich, vivid imagery, and his text is a tuning for everyday scenes and nature reflection on memory, loss, and belongings, which is being clearly reflected in Discovering Tut. Let's study more about the writer. A.R. Williams developed a love for reading at a very young age, and in the 4th grade, when an assignment to write their own works of fiction was given, it occurred to him that he could craft tales for others to enjoy. A.R. Williams' works has been appeared in Heroic Fantasy Quarterly, Three Crows Press, and Everyday Fiction. So we can see his work in all these 3 platforms. A.R. Williams received an honorable mention in the 4th quarter for the Writers of the Future contest in 2010. So let's begin the chapter and learn about Discovering Tut. Discovering Tut is an article written by A.R. Williams regarding the famous and the powerful pharaoh Tutankhamun, or popularly known as Tut. Tut was the last heir of the powerful throne of Egypt. He had died at a young age, around 15 years. So when he was 15 only, he died. His death has been speculated since then, and with murder being the most possible reason. And it has been, although there is also a myth that he was very weak and feeble king, he was very ill by whole of this small lifespan, but it is also been speculated that he was murdered at that time. So let's read when the casket was found, what happened. Tut's tomb was discovered by Howard Carter, a British archaeologist, in the year 1922 in Egypt. So Howard Carter was the first person, he was a British archaeologist who discovered the tomb of Tut. As you can see in the picture also, in 1920 he found it in Egypt. Along with his coffin, there were other items of daily use like board games, a bronze razor, linen undergarments, food and wine. At that time, when mummies were being created in Egypt, it is being their ritual that they should bury the daily use items along with the treasures with the mummies, so that when they believe that their kings and queens will return back to earth and they will revive their bodies. So when they will return back into their bodies, they'll be needing all the stuffs which are essential for them. So all these things have been buried with the mummies. After that, Carter started investigation the throne coffin. So what happened when he found the coffin? He started investigating whose coffin is this and what is it about. The first contained shroud adorned with garlands, lotus petals, olives, and cornflowers. The last coffin contained Tut's body, cemented to the bottom of his solid gold coffin due to the hardening of the ritual resins. So what happened at the first in the coffin? He has found some garlands, some lotus petals, olives, cornflowers, And at the last of the coffin, when he opened the whole coffin, when he dig it out, he found Tut's body, which was cemented in the gold coffin, and it has become hardened due to the resins which have been put on his body. They tried to use the sun's heat to loosen the resins, but their effects went vain. So, what happened at that time, 1922, there were not much technology being developed. So, they have tried to put the body in the sun and try to loosen the resin, but it didn't went out. Carter ordered his man to remove mummy's head and to sever nearly every major joint and reassemble them on the sand layer. So what happened at that moment? Because they don't have any option left, Carter ordered his men to remove all the body parts and the head of the mummy and reassemble that body on the sand. Although that has hampered the body which was earlier accused by Zahir Hawass that Carter has uh, disassembled the body and it had harmed the money. After more than 40 years, in 1968, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and it revealed that beneath the resin, his breastbone and the front ribs were missing. So, what happened after 40 years of the Tut's mummy being found in 1968? There was a professor who x-rayed the mummy and he has found that the breastbone and front ribs were missing in his body, and we don't know that it was previously also missing or when Carter ordered to take out the body parts and reassemble them, it only have left there. A CT scan sponsored by National Geographic Society and Siemens, manufacturer of the scanners, Tut's body from the top to bottom, created 1700 digital x-rays in cross section. So after that, a CT scan has also been done which has created approximately 1700 cross section images of Tut's body to see or to find out the what happened to him. The story gives an insight to the mystery surrounding the lives and death of Tutankhamun, the last teenager ruler of powerful Pharaoh dynasty. Actually, the story revolves around the life and the death of Tutankhamun and telling people that what happened to Tutankhamun, the last emperor, the last pharaoh of the Pharaoh dynasty in Egypt. He was the last of his family line and his funeral brought to end to this powerful dynasty. So when Tutankhamun died, the dynasty also being finished by with him only because he was 15 and he didn't have any heir to rule the throne at that time. We don't have much information about the family also. We only know that his father or his grandfather, which is not yet being clear, Amenhotep III, was a powerful pharaoh. Amenhotep III ruled about decades to the dynasty's golden age when the dynasty was flourishing. He ruled that Egypt. His son Amenhotep IV shocked the country by acting Amun. Amun was a major god who was being worshipped at the time in Egypt, but Amenhotep IV has ordered that he should not be worshipped. Instead of worshipping Amun, he asked his men to worship Akhenaten and promote the worship of Aten or the sun disk. He named himself as Akhenaten, on which means the person who worshipped Aten. Aten was a sun disk god and he ordered his man to worship Aten in place of Amun. Amun's temples and images also being destroyed by Amenhotep IV. After his death, a mysterious ruler Smenkhatan appeared briefly and excitedly with the heart of hardly a trace. We didn't have many trace of this ruler because he was there for a very short time. When Tut took over his charge, his name from Tutankhamun changed to Tutankhamun, and he restored the old ways of worshipping in Egypt. Tut ruled for 9 years and then died mysteriously and unexpectedly. In order to unravel the mystery of his death, King Tut's mummy was scanned after 1,000 years. So, what these archaeologists want, they just wanted to know why he was being dead and how he has come to this end, thus opening new perspectives regarding the cause of death, and they wanted to know why this fatal has been caused to Tut. In 2005, Tut's mummy was also scanned by Zahir Hawass. Zahir Hawass was the Secretary General in Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. Antiquities is a branch which look after for the ancient monuments and archaeological things in a country. He started the computed tomography scan, which we call CT scan, and could solve the mystery of Tut, but gave us no clue for sure. He has not written any thing that makes sure that how Tut is being dead. So it is still a mystery to know about Tut's death and his life. Although Zahir Hawass acclaimed that Carter has affected the mummy by dismantling it. The lesson also provides a comprehensive awareness about ancient Egyptian culture. The ancient Egyptians believed that there was a life after that. That is why pharaohs were buried with the tremendous amount of wealth. So Egyptians believed that yes, there was a life after that, and their kings, their pharaohs, their queens will come back to their bodies and enjoy their life. That is why they have been buried with tremendous wealth and all the needful items which they will be needing when they will come back after death. This is a CT scan image generated by of the King Tut, that if he was alive he would be looking like this only. This has been done with the help of CT scan and forensic science. So we believe that when he was alive he was being looking like this only. So this is all about the chapter discovering Tut. Study well and keep yourself safe. Bye. Take care.